Tottenham fans. With this international break going on, it gives me a chance to do these sort of videos. I enjoy these a little bit more, especially at the moment because most of my videos are talking about how Tottenham lost. And I don't normally get time to do these videos because we normally play in 2 games per week. So today I want to talk about the players we have out on loan, the young players that are coming through, the players that I think that in the summer we should sell, and the positions that we need to fill in the summer for us to have a good season next season. Now, I think we're on the cusp of having a really strong squad, especially if we can keep the injuries at bay. And whoever the manager is, if it's Ange next season, great. If it's not, and it's another decent manager in, they are going to have a decent squad next season if we can just implement the right players in the right positions and bring through the youth players that we need to bring through that are ready, and loan out some of the ones that are got high potential but are not ready just yet. So let's just look at a few of the players that we've got out on loan. So I'm going to mention a few. I'm not going to mention all of them. There's quite a few good ones, quite a few ones that are not quite ready yet. One of the ones that I'm really excited about, but I'm still not 100% sure whether he will come straight into the squad, and that's Vuskovic, who's playing out in Belgium. He's 6'3", 6'4" centre back. He's a goal machine as well. He's scored 7 goals this season and got 1 assist. He's a beast in both boxes. There is questions on his pace, but he's still only 17, I think he is. 17 or 18 at the most, and he can still work on that. Regardless of his pace, he's got a very good brain on him, and he seems to be always in the right position. So I'm very excited about this guy. I'm not 100% sure if he's going to be in the first. I think what we should do with him is put him in the first team squad, let him play, like train with us each week, learn how Ange Ball plays, or whoever the new manager is plays in, and then gradually put him in for, like, if we've got a lower league opposition, FA Cup, put him in for that. See what he can do. Pre-season will tell us a lot anyway. But I'm really excited about that player. Jamie Donnelly is another one who's an attacking midfielder. He is having a great season at Leyton Orient. Scored a corker goal against Manchester City in the FA Cup. He is pulling the strings for Leyton Orient. He's one of their best players at the moment. He's only 19 years of age. He already played pre-season with us at the beginning of this season, and he looked very, very good then. He was playing at left back, but he's an attacking midfielder. He's good on the ball, got a really good eye for a pass, and he's got a really good, sweet left foot. So Jamie Donnelly could be one that could be in. I'd put him into the first team squad this season maybe, or give him one more loan in the Championship or something like that, or maybe even a Premier League side. He is a very, very good, promising young player. Another player that doesn't get spoken about enough is probably a guy called George Abbott. He's a 19-year-old defensive midfielder, something that we're looking for. He's having a really good season in Notts County, getting rave reviews. He scored 4 goals and got 4 assists as well in that position, which is unheard of really for a defensive midfielder. So yeah, he's looking very, very good. But because he's 19, the defensive midfield area for me needs to be a monster. It needs to be someone that can just control a game. I'm not sure if George Abbott is ready yet to do that at the highest level. We've got other players out on loan that I think may be sold. So we've got like Manos Solomon having a really good season at Leeds. He's got a lot of assists and a lot of goals for them. They really like him at Leeds United. I think we could probably get 10 to 15 mil for him, which would be brilliant, and then move him on. I think the Championship was his level. He looks really good on that level. He did play well, I think, for Fulham for a little while in spats, but not like consistently enough, in my opinion, for us to keep him. So I think Solomon should be sold. Valise has gone out on loan. I think he's like 21 now or something, and it's just not working for him. I think he may be sold. Brian Gill was having a good season out in Spain, but he's got a long-term injury, 3-month injury now. That might hinder him being sold, but if we can, we should get some money for Brian Gill. Basuma's on his last year of his contract in the summer. Aston Villa looking like they want to buy him So if we can get 20 mil for Basuma, then I think we should do that. Basuma is good on his day, like really good on his day, but then he can be really bad on a day. So Basuma's 50-50. I would take the money for Basuma and try and bring in someone a bit better on the ball. Ben Davis, I love Ben Davis. Ben Davis is not out on loan, by the way, but it's another guy that we could sell, make room in the squad for. Ben Davis is, I love Ben Davis. He's a great servant to the club. 10 years he's been here now. I want to keep him, but I want to move on too. I want us to move on and get the way we play at the moment with the high line. We need somebody with pace, and Ben Davis does defend really, really well, but he does get caught out quite a bit. I still love him though. I'm not going to slag him off. Richarlison can be a handful on his day, but he never really has many of those days. He's always injured, so I would like, if we can get some money for Richarlison, get Richarlison out the door. Werner, we don't have to sell him, we just have to send him back. Enough said about that. I'm not going to slag him off, but he needs to just not be in the squad next season. Alfie Whiteman, we've got enough good goalkeepers now. Austin looked good when he covered. We've got Kingskin, we've got Vicario. Whiteman and Forster, get them both out the squad, make room for more other potential decent players to come in. So we could have potential outgoings from players that are in the first team, like Romero has got interest from Real Madrid, so he may go. I still think we should keep Romero if we can, because Romero on his day is a brilliant, brilliant defender. All this talk about him not wanting to play for Spurs but wanting to play for his country, I think that's BS. I think Romero puts his heart and soul into every game, and if we can keep him, we should really try and keep him. The only thing about him is he's probably a little bit injury prone, and that hinders our season. When him and Van de Ven are out, it really mucks our season up. Atletico Madrid are inquiring about Bentancur, so should we sell Bentancur? I think Bentancur, when he's on form, is a brilliant midfielder, very technically gifted, a hard worker, runs a lot, puts in tackles. I think if we can get him at his best, we should keep Bentancur in the squad. I wouldn't sell Basuma and Bentancur together. I'd sell just one, and my option would be Basuma. So what positions do we need to fill? I still think in the summer, if we fill these positions, and I said this at the beginning of the last season, and it didn't happen, but we really need to do it. We've got lots of upcoming young players coming through. We've got some young players that have already blooded in, like Archie Gray and Bergvall and Odegaard. We need now to bring in some experienced players to cover positions that, just to put some more balance in our squad. So we need a left back cover for Udogie. I know Spence does a brilliant job there, but I want Spence to be covering Porro. So we've got two good right backs, and I want us to have two good left backs too. We need to have this. And we need a right centre-back or a left centre-back. If we kept Romero, we need to go for a left centre-back as well, because we'll have Danso Romero, which is brilliant for me to have right centre-back. And that left centre-back, we have Van de Ven, and he's also injury-prone, so we need another, I think, speedy left centre-back to cover him if he does get injured again. We also need a right winger, and the reason why I say that, we have got lots of wingers, but we've got Yang, who likes to play on the left. Odegaard likes to play on the left. Sonny likes to play on the left. Tell even likes to play on the left. So we need a right winger, a tricky right winger that can score goals. That's what we need. We need someone, Semenyo from Bournemouth maybe. Get him in. Great player. Centre forward as well. So if we got rid of Richarlison, Scarlett for me is still raw. Like he looks better than he was, but he's still not that goal scorer that you think can get you 20 goals a season. Solanke, I think, has had a brilliant season. I think he's a really good player, but we can't play Solanke every single game. So I'd say a centre forward is much needed. We need a really good high pressing. Someone like Liam Delap would be perfect for me. If we got Liam Delap in, I'd be very, very happy. Get all this, we'd have a much more balance to the squad, and I feel that whoever's managing Tottenham next season, we are on the cusp of having a very, very strong squad. Let me know in the comments what you think, and thank you for watching. Come on, you Spurs!